Hello and welcome to another Modurol video. This is MT26 in our series of videos detailing our manual transmission swap. And in this video we're going to look at the sport button. Why the sport button, you say? Well, because we're trying to record the transmission control module CAN bus codes for Glenn and his manual transmission module, but the car won't go into fifth gear because it's in sport mode continuously. No matter what I do, the sport button is continually illuminated. So I've got a spare button if all else is lost, but I'm pretty sure the mechanism is the problem, not something electronics. Let's take a look and see if we can't fix this. So first thing we've got to do is we've got to remove this plastic trim which houses the sport button. Now the gear stick will foul that, so we need to put it out of park into reverse or neutral. Now to do that, you can take a T30 Torx bit and basically remove the bung. Once that's removed, you can take a screwdriver, any plain screwdriver, pop that in there, and you'll feel a little switch, a little catch, will undo, and you can move the gear knob out of the way. That's how you take your car out of neutral. Now the alarm will sound, but it will go off after a while. Now to remove the plastic trim, there are four actual catches at each of the four corners, and you need to take slithers of credit cards or plastic debit cards and basically push it down the gap. Sorry, it's a bit easier with two hands. I've got that one off. I think this next one should be a bit easier. You can feel it in the corner there. There you go. And then finally this corner. Sorry, that last one is a real devil to get off, and I've actually used a small screwdriver in the gap just to flick it out as a last resort, but do be careful. This trim then comes off and you can see the tabs. There's these little tabs here that hook over, little hooks down here. It's a bit difficult to see. I think you can see that one just there. There's little hooks that these actually hook over. So what you're actually doing, you're actually pushing them off when you shove your credit cards through. So we've got the trim off now, so we've got to basically depress a small clip here and it should pull off. Needed two hands again, but basically we've got that off. You can see here the clip. You've got to depress this, push this down to get it off. Anyway, we've got our sport button and the assembly. That doesn't look easy to get off. But you can see the mechanism isn't working. When you're in sport mode, the button is actually higher than the trim. And you can see here, it won't go flush. It won't come out of sport. If I look at the other button, this is the button that works. You can see that's flush and that's coming up. So this is working correctly. So I did say in the intro that I didn't think it was anything electronic, i.e. the gearbox saying I can't go into sport or the button electronics. As you can see, this is working. It's actually made up of three components: the body, the socket and the button. If I just remove the electronics bit by removing the socket, just by undoing, there's four tabs with located on holes in the body. If you actually just leave these up and out, the socket and all the circuit board will come out. There you go. All right, okay, done it this time. There you go. So you can see this is the electronics bit. So we'll put that down to one side for a moment, and I can show you the button actually works. That's stopping itself going up. That's going up. Stopping it going up, going up. Stop. So what I'm doing, I'm actually pushing it down and trying to pull it back because the spring is gone. The spring is down here, so it doesn't push itself back up. So again, this is in the non-sport mode. Pull it up. I can't pull it any higher than that. It's locked. Push it in, and I can pull it all the way up into sport mode. So this is actually a mechanism doing this. Nothing to do with electronics. It's purely a mechanism. This switch, the electronics is okay, but there's something wrong with that mechanism. I think what we'll do is we'll take the metal pressing off, swap the switches over, and then take this switch apart and see how that works. I don't really want to take this one apart because I know it works. So we're going to use that one. So to put it back together, you'll notice there's actually an LED this side. That is actually for the light for the sport mode, and this normal bulb with the blue cover, blue plastic cover on, is actually just the illumination of the S. So make sure they go the right way around. And the spring goes down in sort of a tube down in the body there. There you go. We're back together. Hopefully it still works. Okay, so to get the sport button, the faulty sport button off, I'm going to try and lever this sort of swaged bit of metal off the plastic on one side. Hopefully I can bend it up then and release the button. I probably won't touch this side at all. Let's give that a go. Got to be very, very careful because this plastic is very, very brittle. I don't know, I can see I'm levering it up. It's slowly coming up. There's a gap forming between the metal pressing and the plastic trim. Oh, there you go. We've done it. Right, okay. So bend this out of the way temporarily. So now to get the switch off, there's a tab this side. I don't know if you can see that. There's a tab there. Just leave that away. Okay, and a tab the other side. Oh, it's come away from that one as well. There's a tab at the other side there. Right, so we've got our sport button. So what are the part numbers? Well, the sport button off my 1997 car is LNC 6220AA, and the one I'm replacing it with is exactly the same. Oh, that's interesting. Somebody's been here before. Look at the date on that. 9th of July 2004. So this is a replacement sport button. This doesn't have any date on it, so maybe the same part numbers but different. Alright, so remember, that's the one that's come out. Doesn't work. Let's start taking that apart. Or should I put this one back in first? Okay, we'll put this one back in. So the S has got to be at the bottom. So let's put that through the hole, across the pressing. There you go. Right. Not quite at the one at the back. Just have to maybe use a screwdriver just to leave that up in it. Right, I'm in. Okay. So hopefully this metal pressing I can just push back on. We're back on. This one has actually, when I've taken it off, I don't know if I can see that, this one has come a little bit off. So I'll just push that back into position. You can see I'm only using my hands to push it back on. I think we're good. Right, okay. So there we go. There's a replacement sport button in. Non-sport, sport. Oh, sorry. Non-sport, sport mode. Okay, so before we put it all back together, let's test that it works. Oh. I don't have any sport light. Maybe I'll fit my repaired one instead. So I think the best thing is we'll do the same thing. We'll try and take the electronic spit out. Right, oh, it's flown away. There you go. Oh, where's my spring? Oh, the spring's there. You notice we're covered in a bit of grease and what have you. I did try and grease up with white grease, trying to get the mechanism working. It didn't work. So again, let's put the spring and the electronics to one side and take a look at the button. So looking at this, there seems to be a tab here. I don't know if you can see that. That's holding the button in both sides. So I'm not sure if we can get a screwdriver. Okay, so if I push the button all the way out, get the screwdriver in. Yeah, I can see that it's disappeared now, and it's slightly higher. Yeah, it's definitely out. See if we can get it out this side. Oh, yep, it's come out. Right, now this is the moment where everything springs. You can see some sort of mechanism there. Oh, the metal thing has still been left in. Oh, that's interesting. Let's have a quick look at the component parts. So we got the switch itself and this sort of this cam sort of track, if you would. Then we got this small metal disc with with the pin either side, which actually is following that track, and then somehow locking the button down into sport mode, or releasing the button to come up to sport mode. Then we've got the body itself, which this pin is sat internally just here, moving from side to side. And then, as I say, the spring and the main circuit board with the LEDs and the bulb, obviously the socket. So let's try and put it back together and see if we can get it working. So I think the idea is to make sure that is located in the tracks and basically try and reassemble it, keeping that in position, which might be easier said than done. Okay, I think the first thing is to get these two parts mated together. So if I just push that in, get that tab to go in there, that tab to go in there. Right, okay, not all the way in because I need to put that metal cam follower in. If I just pop that on there, I can try and get them. It's in. Oh, right, yeah, there you go. I've got it in position. But it's still not working. Oh, it is working. Oh, right. That's a bit of luck. Right. Let's test that with the spring just to confirm it. Right, I'm not going to click it all in position just in case, but now we're under spring pressure. We're in sport mode, we're not in sport mode. In sport mode, not in sport mode. I think we fixed it. So what have we actually done? Oh, maybe we haven't. I just saw that. Do you see that disc move around? Okay, I think I can see the problem. I don't know whether you can see here. This side is fairly flat. That side is bowed up. Looks like the gap between the switch and the outer casing is increased so much that the pin is no longer guided by the outside here. So I think we need to try and tweak this plastic back a bit so it engages more with both sides, the pins both sides of that disc. Okay, so off camera I think I've fixed it. You can see this is a lot closer now and you can't see the pin above the metal disc. So what I've done, I've got a bit mad with my soldering iron and used a bit of plastic welding to actually weaken the or melt the plastic and reform it so it's a lot closer. The switch does still work. It does look quite nasty. I started off at doing a little bit at the top here, but actually it's more effective down these two sides, particularly across here. So you can see actually now when I'm flicking it in and out, you can't see the pin, which I suspect is why the buttons fail. That pin pops out of this slot or the track on the other side, and hence it stops working. So by reforming this plastic housing to make the clearances tighter, the pins are rolling, are moving in the correct guides. Not the cleanest fix, but it's fixed. Let's put it back together. Hold it, click it back together. Right, prefer this side. Sport mode, non-sport mode. Sport mode, non-sport mode. Like I say, it doesn't look pretty, but you won't see that. What I did notice before we finish is in the tracks, they look like the remnants of white grease. So I think what I'll do before I put it back, I'm going to squirt some white grease in there, and hopefully that will keep it lubricated. Anyway, don't throw away your sport buttons, we can fix them. Okay, so I've actually fitted the repaired one now. Let's see if it works. Hooray! We'll have the sport button light. Well, hey, I'm very happy I've repaired the existing replacement button, but it's also a point of note. I bought a second-hand button previously, and obviously off a breaker, and that LED wasn't working. So yeah, you might be better repairing your existing button. Obviously the refitting is a reverse removal, but one point I must make is this plastic moulding has tabs here which need to go under this bit of the veneer, so don't forget to do that. It's a bit of a pain if you push the other four corners back on and that's protruding. You've got to go through the whole process again, so just tuck that in first and then the rest of it pops on, and don't forget to put your bung back in. Very, very happy man. There you go, all sorted. Now we can get on and do some more recording of the CAN bus codes whilst we're in normal mode, not sport mode. Great stuff. Anyway, thanks very much for watching. If you'd like to see more XK8 videos, please like, comment, share and subscribe for more Modurol videos. Bye bye.